Facts First presents. 6-year-old boy goes missing for a day, and rescuers are shocked by who was lying by his side. Children bring their parents joy from the day they're born. They also make their parents worry from the day that they're born. When a child gets sick, parents worry. That's a parent's job. When a child's upset, parents worry. One of the parents' biggest fears is that their child is going to go missing. This is why parents keep tabs on their children and they hold their hands in public. If a child does go missing, a parent's worst nightmare is coming true. Here is the true story of when a 6-year-old boy goes missing in the woods. But a day later, search rescuers see who's lying at his side. Caden Leach was 6 years old from Blount County, Tennessee. He was the apple of his parents' eye. He was a very active, fun-loving boy. His best friend was the family dog, Chula. Caden and Chula would often snuggle up on the couch and watch television together. They would run outside together, and they shared a bed at night. This little boy loved his dog. On April 23, 2018, Caden was playing outside with Chula. When his parents called him in for dinner, he didn't come. They went outside and started searching the property for their son only to find he was nowhere to be found. Around 7 p.m., they called the police. It wasn't long before over 100 volunteers arrived at their home to search the vast wilderness behind their house. When the boy was reported missing, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation issued an endangered child alert. They did this to get the news about the missing boy out to the public. If someone saw him, they would know that he was the missing boy. Caden's parents were inconsolable. The authorities knew that because Caden was so young, they needed to find him as quickly as possible. There were over 2,000 acres that needed to be searched, so the authorities had to call someone for help. The large-scale search included the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the Blount County Sheriff's Office, the SWAT team, a Black Hawk military helicopter, and hundreds of volunteers from all over the area. They even used Facebook to get the word out. A woman named Michelle Pickle Flanagan created a Facebook post. She used a picture of Caden and his dog Chula, and the post read, "This is Caden Leach and his dog Chula. They've been missing since around 6:30 p.m. yesterday in the top-of-the-world community. Authorities are now allowing volunteers to sign up and help search. Also, if you see the dog, call 911. Caden had been gone all night, so people were getting desperate to find him. Michelle hoped that the Facebook post would be shared enough that someone would find the boy and call the police. Finally, after being missing for 22 hours, Caden was found. It was close to 3:30 in the afternoon when he was discovered, a half-mile from his house. It wasn't police, the SWAT team, or the firefighters who were searching for the boy who were considered the heroes. Nope, it was actually his black-and-white best friend, Chula. The night that Caden disappeared, it was cold, it was raining. He was out there all alone and scared. Fortunately, he had Chula with him all night. Chula snuggled up to Caden and kept him warm. He made sure that Caden stayed put until help arrived. When Caden was found, he was very wet and very cold. The rescuers wrapped him in a blanket and they carried him off the mountain to the road. The boy needed to be checked for injuries, he needed to be warmed up, and he needed to be hydrated, so he was taken to Blount Memorial Hospital. When he was found, his family issued a statement. They said, "We're so thankful to everyone, from local law enforcement agencies to volunteers who helped us find Caden. The amount of support we've received has been tremendous, even from people we don't know. We appreciate all our friends and neighbors and ask for privacy at this time." While they appreciated everyone's help, they wanted time to spend with their son to make him feel safe and comfortable. Caden's parents weren't the only ones who issued a statement, though. A reporter named Melissa Erickson, who worked for WBIR News, also issued a statement on Facebook. Her post read, "This is the dog that was guarding 6-year-old Caden Leach when a search crew found him this afternoon. The boy and his dog were missing overnight in the rain for 22 hours. The reporter also added a photo of Chula, who was credited as the hero in our story. The 22 hours that Caden was missing was most likely the worst 22 hours of his life, and definitely of his parents' lives. Fortunately, Chula kept their little boy safe until help could arrive. They will be forever grateful to that adorable little terrier. Subscribe for more!